technicians to Adeptus Mechanicus
There will
Genitors.
be no peace in my wake.
Do you see that?
The Emperor favors me today.
Okay.
Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the Fourth. This game any good?
I fear it
Innate,
may affect the
I am
performance of their
greatly
duties
enjoying
in
it.
service of the Lord Captain.
In his service will they find strength and fortitude. Only thus will they turn their
Trap.
hearts away from the frailties that lead to heresies.
It looks like there's a wire going to the next room. I have to disarm it from in there. Try to pick lock.
Applaud my brilliance.
First try.
Never doubt me.
Alright. That is disarmed. Got some more stuff from that. Quick save in case these guys go hostile.
In this tapestry
what
of a
is going
world,
here? Athletics
I
check.
am the rogue thread.
Oh, come on. I better myself through my service.
Noble silk gloves, +5 to persuasion. 65 persuasion now. Okay.
Patience!
We're
My
very
nerves
persuasive.
afraid.
Did you hear the screams? Move! Sir, are you alright? We can't hear anything. Now I see. You're in league with them. Is this an insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself, sir! The second guy pulled out his own weapon, tried to fight back. Guy 3 just huddled and just stood there. I know you're all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me. They whispered. Who are you? I'm the Muffin Man. Wait, what? Okay. Goods. I'm the Muffin Man.
What lies
Muffin Man's here.
beyond?
Identity theft's a serious crime, chat. Tech use 45.
Ooh, another notch.
Nice.
A mere setback.
Who thought that was a good idea?
That wasn't so difficult.
So it seems like each person can attempt like a lockpick one time. Long glass? 18 range. Oh, wow. Carapace chestplate. Alright, so 20% armor, but still light armor. Alright. Who is gonna get the long last? Let's see. Ballistic skill. She's got the most for sure. Probably her. Goods. Your trophies packed as cargo.
Curiosity sings
What's
in my
up?
veins.
It hurts so much, the pain in my chest. For some reason, the archenemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station. Awaken the Cogitator's spirit. The Cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Awaken the Cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator systems. Request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Felic Orselio, location main hall, status alive. Theobald Orselio, location upper chambers, status alive. Calamora Orselio, location upper chambers, deceased. Alexius Orselio, lower levels, deceased. Rasmus Estevan Orselio, unknown, deceased. The Child, location upper chambers, biometric parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceed permissible limit, status, unknown error, attention, calming procedures advised, attention, upper chambers inaccessible, error, control rod is not present. If rod has been misplaced, immediately contact a station keeper or the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Examine log. The archive data stored in the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access residual logs for examination. View Vox report. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The Tech Priest crew sent to navigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We've attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We've never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own. Remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you're in doubt, shoot to kill. Examine recent entries of the incident. Report X880 originator classified. Date classified. The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Again? The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers. X891 originator classified data expunged. Okay, I'm guessing that the child is going to be a navigator that doesn't know how to control her powers, and she's like accidentally killing all the servants around her all the time or something like that. Examine station's docking log. The log is almost completely corrupted. Identity confirmed, reagent Aeronto Orselio. Date of visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Date of departure classified. Examine security and life support. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life and a singular repeating message streams down the vid-screen. Warning, damage in technical compartment A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning, living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the station's docking system. Warning, energy regulation system unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning. View encrypted data. Something buzzes buzzing in the cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the visit screen. Required access level, security captain or above. Current access level, senior security officer. Tech use 25 attempt. Break through the machine guardian's defenses. Success. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. The cogitator's overloaded processors were unhappily. His password was the word password. Okay. I just turned my fan off. It's getting too warm in here. Chip's back. Continue. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness now flits across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, picked flow, disable access code, annul station, controls, delete, activate, shuffle, self-destruct, purge command log. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning that the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. His comment reads, "Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems, but Keeper Theobald has not left the child's side and neither had I. Could it be that... Call Rykad Minoris for help. The system cannot carry out your command despite the eager compliance of the machine spirits. One thing is certain, the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms." Main elevator controls. Activate elevator. Processing query confirmed. Return to list. Switch to main chamber controls. The cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The tired machine spirit grants you access to the station control, or at least its parts that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors. It goes dark as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect, as it fills with static just a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing, error. Oh, and 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 oh. Oh my god, look at the answers, John. Okay. That is required. And then I've got options here. Google Translate Go. I can't copy paste it. The main thing I'm noticing is the first and last number is a 0. And the only two options where the first and last number is a 0. No, that's not it. It's not just a repeating phrase. Just type it in. None of them have the same start. Alright. In high school, I subscribed to when in doubt, choose B. So I'm going to choose the second option. The cogitator takes a few moments to gather the data from the station's active systems. According to the report, the door has already been opened. Already opened. You push a few buttons on the control panel, but the system rebels and keeps resetting commands. According to the data, the compartment you're trying to open is depressurized. The cogitator takes a few moments to gather the data from the station's active systems and produces the following message. The protocol has been executed, the passage has been opened. Already opened. Oh. Thought it was C? Yeah, but that attitude will make you fail the true-false test, Flute. Visit the void ship to remove fatigue.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
The caustic stench of reagents sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy this laboratory or find something. Examine. Someone disrupted this experiment in the most brutal fashion. It's impossible to determine what was inside. What are these? Like syringes? Blackwater, biogel, unidentified acid.
Oh, there will be no peace in my wake.
Tapping quick save. Transducer.
What is that?
I just shoved a crystal in there. That seems like a good idea. It became crystal dust. The dust plays music. Meteorite chunk. Meteorite dust. Yo, it's just a slap chop.
Tapestry of a world.
Remake the control rod.
I am the rogue thread.
Okay, that's done. Found some goods. Adamantine. Laboratory journal. Test subjects exhibit signs of acute stress. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the lab chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions, tears, and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal environment. The individuals with the greatest resistance to the sacred child's resonance died several chronoturns later. Extensive wounds in the abdomen, presumably inflicted by a jagged piece of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own intestines. The subject's final shouts... Okay. So they went so crazy being near her that they cut their bellies open and strangled themselves with their guns.
Restless.
Lady Cassia's Medicae. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Tissue flask. Flesh sample? Data crypt interrogator. I have 3 different ones. Catalyst flask? Hold on. Okay, we've got a puzzle here. Do any of these say what needs to go in this? More and more servants are being influenced by the Immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We've discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winter-Scaled Dynasty. I strongly recommend finely grinding the reagent to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Okay, do not use acid. Grind the crystal. Didn't I do that when I was messing around and I didn't know what I was doing? Crystal dust. Okay. Trust me, you will not like having to tend to the burns the next dozen few turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Black water or biogel. One of those two. What's more basic? One more thing. The tech priest blessed the data crypt H410K. That. For the calculated number of chronoturns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. How do I turn the pages on these? When I mouse... hold on. Is it like right-click info? There we go. The data crypt H40KO malfunctioned over the course of our research. I should remind the technomats to deliver the sacred mechanism into Magos Deoctis's available hands. Okay, hold on. But what do we put in the tissue thing? The corrupted flesh of the mutated. Okay, so get that out. Mutated flesh. Data crypt connector. We want that one. Catalyst. It said not acid. So it's either, he said something basic. I don't know if biogel or black water is more basic, chat. I just quick saved. I'll put biogel in. Reagent is crystal dust. Turn on. Goods. Made 6 adaptive antidotes. Antidotes? Immunity to toxic damage and minus penalty to toughness until the end of combat. Okay. I've got some antidotes.
What lies beyond?
Maybe I did that right. What? It says there's loot like right next to me.
Patience.
Oh, it says
My nerves are frayed.
Warp Seer's goggle. Who's got the highest lore
my
warp?
canvas
40,
and anarchy
30,
is
30,
my
30. He
brush.
does. But his eyes are already booked solid.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
I like that the loot shows up on the map like this. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my
Duty
veins.
prevails.
Alright, quick save. Felic looks a little better, his tangled hair now neatly braided. His wounds are tightly bandaged, and there is some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Adira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy. They fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Thank you. I did not understand a single word. Idira nods tiredly and glances at Felic out of the corner of her eyes. This is a Wendy's. Well, yeah, welcome to Chili's. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. Felic waves Idira off. Hand over the key. He exhales loudly and smiles. Thank you, Road Trader. I don't even know what to say. Status and honor prevented me from admitting it before now, but you've awoken hope in me. Hope that I might actually leave this station together with the mistress, which is why I'm about to ask one last favor of you. The lowly insurgents got their hands on a weapon that suppresses my navigator powers. Their absence makes me a living target, but this weapon is useless against you, as is the bunch of lunatics wielding it. I humbly ask you to deal with the scum huddling upstairs and hurry to adorn my mistress with the relic of our house, a sacred amulet against all evil. Recent events have badly disturbed Lady Cassia's psyche, and warp entities always lust for weaker souls, especially when the veil grows thin. You too will be safe next to this charm. If you turn out to be a lousy navigator after all this effort, I will feed you to a void kraken. What do I get in return? You will get everything you wanted, a loyal navigator and the undying gratitude of House Orselio. Very well. You are going to need this charm. He hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. May the God Emperor's light be with you. Save the lady.
In this tapestry of a world.
There was the thing we read about everybody crying uncontrollably near her. That loops crying noise. Cassia, the pale figure with unnaturally long limbs, stands with her arms raised, her hands deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood which continually streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. She has gills? Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead. Really, that escaped my notice? Hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Willpower test failed. Oh dang, my guy's willpower based too. You gasp for air in terror, drowning under a crushing wave of pain. You cannot catch your breath. Hot tears burn on your cheeks. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Do these feelings even belong to you? Adira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow, ow, ow! As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her! Heresy! Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, her white hair veils her face. I thought she would just shoot her. 100% chance. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please, calm yourself. Oh, sorry, wait, hold on, my bad. Lady Cassia, I am here to help you. Please, calm yourself. There we go. Persuasion succeeded. She wearily shakes her head. Okay, someone shoot that guy, it's too loud. She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Mac van Lac van Valencius, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Unease settles over her features, and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Muck von Luck. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Theobald Arcelio, the heavy-set old man who was kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child. Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child. Throne preserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You! The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Arcelio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one is so deranged it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Esteemed whoever you are! Abelard places a hand on his weapon. Persuasion, 100%. At present, I am trying to figure out what is happening on Yurak 5. Succeeded. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felic's service. Who are you? You will call me your lordship. Mark von Luck von Valencius, rogue trader. Another rogue trainer in our quarter of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Arcelio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. Wait, the guy downstairs said he was Lady Arcelio. What happened between you and Felic? Felic, my wayward student. He came to Yurak 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novators? What is it? Okay, hold on. A patriarch or matriarch that rules over a navigator house. Tisiphone Arcelio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the novator's throne. So choose whose side you are on, a murderous traitor or the lawful scion of a noble house. Felic accused you of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers. I never thought I would fall so low. The old man looks at the unmoving Cassia and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's life were not at stake. Very well, I have no choice, or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite, if the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything for you. I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols, I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup. I've had enough of this crap, I'm leaving. How could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice, trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea at the bright future. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Arcelio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Adira mutters under her breath. What service do you ask? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Reagent Aronto, acting head of House Arcelio in the Corona